Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to my June TBR. I am so excited for my reading in June. The past couple weeks of May have been such great reading weeks for me, so I'm hoping that I can continue that momentum into next month, or June, I guess. I will say, this stack of books in front of me, plus the other reading plans I seem to have made for myself, are going to seem very, very overly ambitious considering I'm going back to work next month. I don't want to, but I get to, so yeah, I'm going back to work next month. We'll see how that goes. Luckily though, it's only for a couple days a week, so hopefully I will be able to get through a good majority of these books. But first, let's get to the books that I want to prioritize over the other ones, I guess. If I had to pick a top like 5, these would be it, and then the rest are just kind of bonus ones that I think I might read. So first, we have Icebreaker and Wildfire by Hannah Grace. If you don't know, Icebreaker is a hockey romance in between Anastasia and Nathan, and I've heard nothing but good things about this. I am in my romance era right now, I guess. We can blame the weather for that, but I'm very excited to get to this. I've heard nothing but great things about this book in particular, so very excited about this one. And then Wildfire, Russ and Aurora, and they're both camp counselors at this camp, and essentially it's a like forbidden romance because camp counselors are not allowed to date each other, but after a one-night stand they realize that they can't keep away from each other. So I'm very excited about this one. I'm really hoping I like both of these. Oh, these pages are super white. Why are these? I don't know why. Like, call me silly, but like I do not like bright white pages. I like, I don't know, cream colored pages? I don't know. Anyways, very excited about these. Then I have Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. I have been meaning to read this for forever. I actually have like a bookmark in here. I started it a little while ago, but I think I might restart it. I don't remember if I took it off of my Goodreads or not. All I know about this is that it has dragons in it and it's a fantasy. That's right. And our main character, Elwyn, I believe is how you say that, was a princess turned prisoner and now she's on the run. I feel like I've heard mixed things about this, but I feel like a lot of people do like it, so very excited to give it a try. This one also has ridiculously white pages, so we'll see if I read it on there, or I think it might be on KU too, so maybe I'll read it on there. Next we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I know this one also has dragons. I really don't know much else about this one. This, along with Fear the Flames and Icebreaker, they're the OG copies before they got picked up and traditionally published. So I'm very excited about that. I hope I like this because if I don't, I'm gonna have to cancel my pre-order for the hardcover, I believe is what I pre-ordered, but very excited. This cover is beautiful and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Next we have the last one, basically, that I'm going to really try to get to, and that is The Dixon Rule by Elle Kennedy. I guess in order to get to this one, I need to finish The Graham Effect, which I'm about halfway through at the moment of filming this, but like I said, I'm kind of in my romance era, if you will, and I have really been liking hockey sports romances and stuff, so I'm very excited to get to this one. This one follows Diana and Shane. I am just so obsessed with The Graham Effect. Even though I'm halfway through, I'm sure that book is going to be 5 stars, so I'm excited to get to this one. Okay, next are my hopefuls. So I don't know exactly which ones in the series I'm going to be getting to, I guess, but for the past week, I have been literally binge reading the entire Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver, and my copies are getting here in the mail today as of filming this, and I want to do a reread and annotation video for all of those books, so I'm very excited about those. So I don't know which ones I'm going to be getting to, I'm going to be honest, but I do want to at least read 1 or 2 of them next month. Sorry, I gotta quit saying next month. I know that it is May when I'm filming this, but I think it's going to be June 1st when you see this, just depending on what day Saturday is, I guess. Next we have another reread, because as well as being in my romance era, I'm also in my reread era. Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Casey McQuiston is one of my favorite authors ever. I love her a lot. I love all of her books that I've read, and I finally got my hands on a paperback copy of Red, White, and Royal Blue, so I want to get to this and at least start annotating it. This book follows Alex and Henry, and Henry is a part of the royal family, and one day at a wedding, him and Alex take their rivalry to the next level by knocking over a huge wedding cake at a royal wedding, and it basically follows them being fake friends for the media because all the media can talk about is this huge cake disaster. Yeah, I rewatched the movie, I think in May, and yeah, I just can't wait to get to this. I hope I do. This is one of the ones that I really hope I do get to. Alrighty, if you hear baby noises, we got a little friend sitting on my lap. She seems to be fine. We'll see how long it lasts. The poor little thing. She had tears running down her face when I went in there. So, I don't know. But that's okay, huh? You can hang out with mommy while she films. Alright, the next book I have is one that I am hella intimidated by, if I'm being being honest. And I better love this book, is all I'm saying. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Essentially, this book follows Peyton, and she is an ordinary, I believe is what they're called. Yeah, she's an ordinary, and in this world, they kill ordinaries. They want everybody to have magical abilities, and she does not. One day, she meets Kai, I believe he's the prince, and essentially, they find themselves tangled up in a web that Peyton doesn't know how she's going to escape. I believe there's like trials in this book. And like I said, I'm very excited about this. I hope I really end up enjoying it, but I'm really nervous about it. I'm really nervous. All right, next we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This will be, it might be my second Emily Henry book, depending on if I can film and get the video ready that I want to do for next month. But essentially, this book follows January and Augustus. Augustus is a literary fiction writer, and January is a romance writer. And they have both been in writing droughts for as long as they can remember. So they strike up a deal because each one of them thinks that the other person's genre is easier to write. And I believe they make a competition to see who can write the other person's genre the fastest, and they end up falling in love. So I'm very excited to read this. Like I said, at the moment of filming this, I have not read an Emily Henry book. I did start Happy Place last year when it came out. I just never ended up continuing on with it, but I'm very excited to see what I think of this one. And last but not least, this is definitely the very last book on the roster, if you will, but I have been, like I said, in my annotating game lately, and I have been craving a reread of my favorite series of all time, and I think that May is the month to start doing it. So we have Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I will link these covers down below. I believe I got them from, I'll put it on the screen and I will link them down below because I can't remember off the top of my head where I got these from. I have been meaning to do a reread and annotation of the series for forever, and I think it's finally time for me to bite the bullet and start doing it because at the current moment, I consider Queen of Shadows my favorite book of all time, and I want to see if that holds up, at least like in my top 5, and I want to see if that holds up. So we'll start with the Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. If you somehow do not know what this book is about, it follows our main character Selena Sardathian, and this is the prequel to the Throne of Glass series where we get to see Selena be an assassin, essentially. So much more in this book than that, but I do love the series and I cannot wait to hopefully reread this when I can. But I do think this is going to be a labor of love because I think I've cried every time I've read the Assassin's Blade, and I think I've read it either 2 or 3 times now. So I'm very intimidated by it, but I am excited. If you guys want like dedicated reading vlogs and annotation vlogs for this series as well, let me know and I will try to make that happen as best as I can, I guess. These are all the books I want to read, plus some hopefuls in the month of June, and I'm scared and this is way overly ambitious, but I do want to read them nonetheless. So let me know if you guys have read any of these books and what you thought of them down below. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, like it on your way out if you wouldn't mind, and if you want to, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to be notified every time I post a video, honestly, I would follow me on Instagram, but if you don't have an Instagram, go ahead and hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. And with all that being said, I will talk to y'all in a little bit with another video. Bye everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're